have you learned? It was programmed to beat you.
close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Flay today and Noir in another matchup with Lynx Dream against BLE. Are you
Hello
excited?
there. Yeah, I'm also very excited. These two teams, not at the top of the standings, but certainly trying to push through to the top. And it's going to be a very exciting battle, indeed.
Yeah, for sure. They've already shown a little bit of themselves. They had some good games. They played against me as well. Emerson Hyena. Lynx
Oh,
Dream
really?
showed some good. Yeah, they showed some good teamwork. They actually did some like nice macro and stuff. So I'm excited. And I also watched a game of BLE where they were kind of, how do you say, they were not stomping, but they were greatly winning against their opponent. Let's put it that way. So I'm gonna
Yes,
be
I think
interested.
the match was very interesting, the last I saw of BLE, because game one was a complete fiesta, I believe. And the second game, they actually looked very strong.
Mhm.
And I'm very excited to see this new iteration of Black Lotus, because I was the previous top laner.
Oh,
Yes, I have a bit of a history with it, and I'm very glad to see what kind of team we're going to see this time. Because he's not trying to reach playoffs, he's trying to be a contender this split.
oh, that's nice. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I like that. I like that
If I,
attitude. That's
oh, yes. If I remember correctly, they went 2-0 in the first week and then lost 0-2 against Eternal Blizzards, which is understandable.
yeah, for sure. I feel like Eternal Blizzard is definitely one of those teams that's more at the top of the standings right now.
Yeah.
At least, I mean, it's 2 games, right? So who knows?
It is.
2 matches.
So we're going to have to see what kind of Black Lotus we're going to see today. But on the other hand, what do we expect from... Oh, never mind. We're jumping right into draft, and we're first banning Jinx.
Very
Never
well.
mind, it's Lulu.
It's Lulu indeed.
It
I
is
feel
a
like
Lulu.
it's gotten a little bit buff in the last patch where the pixel damage, like the on-hit pixel damage, got a bit higher. So it's very nice with hyper carries such as the Jinx, Aphelios even as well.
So we're gonna have to see a Hui ban from Lynx, respecting support and mid lane, I would expect.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
Yeah,
Jinx
it's
ban.
definitely a flex.
So we're gonna have a kind of a return of the hyper carry, 86,
Uh-huh.
if I suppose.
Exactly.
Oh
And
my!
I remember Mini being quite good on a different hyper carry than Jinx. So I'm gonna be interested to see if they're gonna pick the Aphelios here on the B1 or not.
Oh,
I don't want to curse
very
him, but
exciting. It's a Jarvan
okay.
ban, the last.
Oh,
red
J4 out
support.
as well. That's even better for the hyper carry champions.
Indeed, because yes,
Mono.
only first pick
Okay.
Kai'Sa. Wow.
Fair enough.
Now that's
Fair
exciting.
enough. I think that's also a very decent pickup if you want to go for. I mean, you're still versatile with this pick, right? You can go an engaged comp with a Nautilus, and I mean, both engaged junglers kind of banned
I
right now.
also know that the mid laner actually likes Kai'Sa mid lane, but I don't think we're going to see it today. But the response from Lynx Stream is going to be the Ashe. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
It's a
you
login.
predicted it correctly.
What do you mean? I saw the hover.
It's locked in and well predicted. And they're actually gonna pair it up with a Vi, which is a nice pick. The Xin Zhao is out with Questionnaire, which is usually something that's picked, or my preferred pick against the Vi when she kind of engages hard in. You just negate all the follow up with the Xin Zhao. So something like an Amumu, yeah, could be
Oh my.
decent. Yes,
And
okay.
Nautilus. We're going to see two different distinct styles of compositions probably, because on the side from Lynx we have a lot of pick potential. However, on the side of BLE with the Nautilus, the Amumu, the Kai'Sa, we're gonna have a lot of team fight pressure.
Yeah, exactly. And this is one of those comps where the side of Lynx kind of went like, okay, we want to play an engaged comp. We got the Vi, we got the Ashe, we want to look for picks. And then
But
BLE went, no, actually, we want to be the engaged comp.
We're
So they picked
more
Amumu
engaged than
and
you.
Nautilus. Yeah, and so this forces Lynx to kind of have to pivot. They either full send it and go, okay, or go even more engaged. But in this case, they're actually going to pivot a bit and opt into the Braum, which is it's a very nice.
It's also a very classic
yeah.
combo, the Ashe and the Braum together.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice counter against the Nod as well. The only problem you're going to have now is this Vi is going to be very alone when she goes in alone, and it's going to be punished very hard.
So traditionally, you would have something like an Ari accompanying the Vi, or something like a dive buddy for her.
For sure.
So I think mid lane priority would be very important. So so we'd even suggest maybe blind picking top lane from the side of Link Stream to get a good mid lane matchup to really abuse the Vi.
I think like you said, you kind of want the Ari here for the side of Link, so I think you can just R4 that one right now.
Oh yeah, that is true. Oh, it's a respect ban of the Rise. I know that Gloomy, the mid laner from BLE, is a very big Rise enjoyer.
Oh, nice.
He didn't look very good at it the last time I saw it,
But
but he's very creative with the way
Yeah.
he likes to move around.
yeah, and there's
the Ari ban.
the Ari ban. I like the Aurora ban as well, preventing some of the lockdown that could pair up very well with the Ashe and the Vi. So we're gonna see what they opt into. I feel like you could go with something simple like an Ornn, even if you want to go more engage and kind of weak side the top and still have some sort of counter pick in the mid lane. But there's a lot of things open, so we'll have to see.
Renekton. I mean,
Ah,
we have a very aggressive early game with the Renekton device, so there's definitely a lot of pressure. You really want to play around the grubs in the early game, because with the Renekton, unless you get completely countered,
mhm.
you're very fine. You're very strong additionally. So let's just see what BLE decides to pick for the top lane and the mid lane.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean,
Aatrox.
decent. I like it.
It's a very
Yeah,
decent
yeah.
pick, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, it's more one of those skill
I
matchups
know.
where we get the bruiser. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, you do not
I missed
understand.
something.
You don't.
it-
It's not going to be locked in.
It's not
Gloomy
gonna go
is
mid?
Gloomy likes the Ivern, but
Okay.
he is never allowed to play it. And I don't think it very
Oh.
fits the composition that they have here with their Mumu jungle and the Kaiser. The Ivern mid lane really more works if you can support your team and they have very strong champions. Additionally, if you have a carry jungler, it's more likely. But yes, it's going to be Gloomy Sakali, one of his signature picks, and one he looked very good on when he debuted in the SLE in his show
days.
match.
I think this could be very good, but it could also be very
Oh, it could
punished
be
very
so bad.
hardly. It could be
incredibly
punished
bad.
so hard here because they get the counter pick on mid, plus they have a shitload of lockdown on the side of Link stream. They got the Renekton point click, they got the Braum Q, they got the Vi lockdown, Ashe lock. There's so much lockdown, so I feel like as an assassin you're gonna have to play very well to kind of dodge around that momentum and rely on the team to kind of make openings.
Oh, that's
Okay,
a
yeah.
very nice pick. It's
Yep.
something you actually see a lot of comparing with the Vi, because you actually have a very nice combo with the Shockwave. And additionally, Orianna is just a really good pick in general against the Akali. I think something I do remember is, well, control mages in general are good against Assassin, but especially Akali just doesn't, like the fact that she gets outranged by the Orianna. And if the Orianna is really good, the Akali just doesn't get to breathe.
Yeah, I agree. It's it can very much be a lane bully, and even if you kind of convert it into the mid game, you can kind of on the side of Lynx you can play like a half moon prince, where you disperse the champions kind of in a half moon area, and then you have all your carries in the middle, on the back, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
yes.
the Braum maybe and the Renekton more on the side, so they can actually like absorb a lot of the pressure, and your carries can kind of turn on wherever they're going to engage on, because BLE will be looking to engage for sure.
Definitely. And we have a few different priorities. For especially Lynx will want to try a lot in the early game. They have a very big power. They have very strong laners, especially, so they are going to expect a priority in the top side of the map. And BLE will have to try to weather the storm.
Yep, for sure. They're more of the. I feel like Billy is more of the aggressor here, and Lynx might be more of the reactor on this one, where they want to punish wherever.
BLE has so much engage.
Yeah, exactly.
With the Nautilus, with the Amumu, and even with the Akali, if she gets a really good flank, and well, the Aatrox obviously wants to do that too, and the Aatrox really gets rewarded with the Renekton, the Vi, and the Braum. He has a lot of targets he can hit, he can heal off of. But on the other side, there are 4 melee champions for the Renekton. And Kaiser's also not one of the more rangy champions. So Renekton gets a lot of value. They're quite susceptible to just getting Orianna, in my opinion.
True.
And the Braum is there for the disengage. And Ashe is very good at kiting backwards. So if she doesn't get blown up immediately, and Mumu doesn't find a good angle, it's going to be very hard to just kill the important carries from Lynx too.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I agree with you where this Renekton and Vi Braum trio can kind of get a lot of value in these team fights because they're most likely going to be the first to kind of absorb the engage and then try to re-engage or focus whoever just went in. And if these characters are strong enough to actually absorb that pressure and then still stand to fight afterwards, I think that will be very important in the success for the Lynx team and team fights.
Most definitely. And who do you give the edge in this draft?
It's hard to say. It's
guess
really, it's up to BLE to prepare
Make
good
some
plays
magic
and
happen.
make some magic happen and really set up well around objectives and whatever they want to do. Right, they just need to have a solid game plan, and it's really up to Lynx to kind of predict and play on the counter of the counter kind of whatever BLE wants to do. So are you gonna play on the other side of the map, or are you actually gonna make sure you have enough people on the side that BLE wants to play on to kind of counter? So there's a bunch of options, but I would say let's give it to BLE. Just for flip a coin. It landed on nets. It's fine.
Yes, I agree. And I think they're very balanced. I don't think one team or the other has a clear advantage in this draft. But I do believe that the BLE draft is very fun to look at. And especially, we can expect some blood in the early game. Because these are champions that like to fight. From the 8 tier Mumu, the Akali, Renekton, Vi, Orianna, it just spells like a bloodbath in the early game. And we can't forget the potency of the Ash pick from the Lynx stream side. Because those Ash arrows, if they just flow across the map, it's going to be very exciting to see if somebody gets hit. Because if they come from out of Fog of War, it's hard to react. And I have seen some very questionable hitboxes, if I may say so.
Mm-hmm. I
Even in
know
Pro
exactly what you mean.
But on the side, if BLE gets the catch on somebody, the Kai'Sa can just immediately follow up. And it's just such a strong champion, in my opinion. And there is a reason why BLE wants to prioritize it now after Jinx is gone from banned from their own side.
Yep. No, I agree. I mean, we do have to keep in mind that if we look at the matchups alone, we have Ashe Braum versus Kai'Sa Nahlis. Usually, it's kind of Braum favored, to be quite honest with you.
We already have like 3 winning lanes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to build up to. But you hit the nail, the hammer on the nail.
Head? Yes.
And it seems like chat agrees. They full-heartedly voted for Lynx stream in the Gamba. So after what's the?
So I think it's not going to be long until we jump into the game.
Mm-hmm. Any final predictions you have for this match?
This Akali on the side from BLE is either going to be 10-0 and 10 or 0-10 and 0. I'm joking. He's very good.
You can't do 5-5. You can't do,
No. I mean, even if he dies 10 times, he's just gonna kill 10 people anyway. I know that kind of player, and even I said 0-10-0, it's not my fault, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I may be a bit biased because I know the player behind the champion, but he just sometimes makes magic happen where it isn't supposed to be.
Yeah. I think that's a very nice way to put it.
Exactly. And I'm very excited to see what kind of players I'm going to see on the Lynx stream side, because I actually haven't seen this team play. So I'm very excited, and I'm very nervous to find out.
Yeah. And what about your, I wouldn't necessarily call it replacement, but like the BLE top laner, who's
he's
your
much better than me.
Okay.
He's much better than me. I was more like an R1 trick, to be honest, and a tank player. And Shroklo, I think his name is, also carries a lot of carry potential with him, which is something that's very great because they have 3 incredibly strong players from their top lane, their mid lane, and their ADC. Or rather, I believe that Gloomy is a very strong player, which I don't think is a very... I think there are mixed feelings about it.
Yep. I think that's fair.
Do you know any of these players? Have you played with some of them in houses?
I've played with Mini before, I've played with Gloomy before. I think I've played with a couple of the Lynx ones as well, but I'm not 100% sure because I'm not the best with names, to be quite honest. Like, I'm like a goldfish, so if I don't see your name like 5 times a week, I'll just be like, who? But once they start playing, I'll go like, oh yeah, Gloomy's 5-5. Oh yeah, I know that guy. Oh yeah. I'm more of a... I see how people play and I go like, oh yeah, I think I've seen that before.
This is the person. Okay.
Yeah. I see someone die on a Raptor invade. I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. I'm like, yeah, I know who that is.
If you're a jungler, if I'm correct?
Come again?
Are you a jungler?
I'm not a jungler, I'm a support player.
Oh, then how did the Zin comment happen? Or is it something your team prefers to play?
I was gonna say, like, I feel like even if you're a support, a mid, a jungler, or whatever, I feel like you should still, as a team player, you want to think about what should we as a team kind of want to do or play or whatever. Plus, jungle is just like it's like 3 strong champions, and the rest is just kind of the rest is just flavor, you know? It's like
it's just flavor.
Xin Zhao, Jarvan are good. There's why.
So Jarvan bye.
Exactly,
Great.
and then there's the flavor of Mumu where you're like, oh yeah, that could work.
So let's see. On the side from Lynx stream, we have a Timur, Kebab Spinner, the Panzen, a Burger Flipper, and Grelis. And from BLA, Shroklo, Zeph, Gloomy, Mini, and the WAP. Very exciting.
Yep. Seems like they're both doing a classic 5. Actually, Lynx doing a... Yeah, okay.
They're stacking bot side.
Yeah, they're stacking just to make sure they don't invade, but if I'm BLE, I'm thinking, they just want to... What shall we do, guys?
That's a level 1 you do not want to take.
Shall we flip it, or shall we play on our level 6s? Well, we shall play on our level 6s.
Yes, exactly. And the very... so in the first few minutes of the game, the first few minutes of this game will be very important, because BLA will start to really take this ride after they get the ultimates. But Lynx stream have 3 winning lanes. They're gonna try to push the advantage.
Yep, exactly. And that advantage is probably pretty guaranteed, as we also see the Orianna with some aggressive choices like the Airy. Actually, Renekton going for a D-Shield. Probably standard, but I don't know, top matchup, so it is what it is.
D-Shield is just a good starting item, I believe.
I feel like both top laners could get away with a Doran's here, no?
Probably, yes. Oh my god, Gloomy.
Well, seems like we're...
Yeah, this lane is not very good.
It's hard. It's an Airy, it's... Oh,
they have a ward.
The Raptor ward. I think that's very impressive.
Oh, it's Gloomy's
I feel
ward.
like... Yeah, it's Gloomy's ward, so I feel like they probably traded some HP to get that vision, that information, and that will probably be very helpful for the jungler here.
Especially because you really don't want to die as a Kali in the first place. And we see some very nice trading from the side of the Panzen, because when Gloomy tried to take some CS, he instantly got some auto attacks in his face, and we see the procs. We see the Q, the W, and the auto attacks flying into the Akali's face, and doesn't have a potion and he's already low. Kebab Spinner is trying to take a gank. It's a flash Q, and he doesn't hit the auto attack, and maybe he gets out. No, he doesn't. He flashes out! Wow! I can't believe that worked.
It definitely worked. The reaction time was there. Didn't flash on the Vi flash, but still got the shroud up, so was able to actually walk out alive. Probably leveled that up in the last second as well, but who knows?
And with the flash... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
And with the flash from the Vi missing her gank potential... does it die?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's all calculated.
Everything is fine. I mean, obviously Gloomy had to TP back from base, so it's not going to be it's not the best position he can be, but the Orianna is also taking it back and walking to lane instead of TPing there, so he's gonna have the TP advantage, which will be very painful for the Akali to deal with. But as we see, that BLE is actually stacking a bot wave, and the CS is just going to be very even, because the Ashe, now 8 CS behind, will just catch the wave. So it's nothing really happens thus far, and what I wanted to say in initial is that the Vi doesn't have a flash, so gank potential does drop a bit.
Yep.
Because like the very flash play is just a Vi Q flash Qs or Q flashes, well, where you really can take somebody off guard. And I think Gloomy might be in a very dangerous position, but he has the E.
Oh, actually gonna
This
E
way,
forward.
he dodges the Q, and somehow Gloomy is still going to live. Got
That was
ganked 2
crazy.
times. Wasn't he just out when if he would eat the other way, or was he worried? Oh my god, Gloomy.
Don't worry about it. You just eat forward, and then Kebab Spinner missed the Q, and they're gonna pause right after that because it's instantly a mental thing. Who knows? But
I think
I just
maybe
wanna.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to take this pastime real quick to acknowledge what the bot laners actually did here, which was really nice. The side of Lynx actually had prio for the play of the Vi, the little invade that they were doing with the on the Raptors, and then actually made sure it bounced back so that when the Vi's on the other side of the map, their wave's actually under the tower, so they're kind of safe. But it's
Wow,
very
it's
nice that
very
BLE
good.
was also using that as a setup to kind of both send their jungler or support into the enemy bot side to gain a lot of vision there. You'll see in a bit later on the minimap. They have about 3 wards that are going to expire all at the same time in that bot side jungle, which will grant them a lot of vision the next time around.
Oh my. I haven't even noticed that. And
It's fine. As a top laner, you don't look at minimap
I have
too
no
much.
idea what
That's
happens down there.
understandable.
I just
That's
freeze and push my lane.
That's very fair. I feel like the top laners have a different skill set to learn as well, which is I mean every laner has their own skill set. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, definitely.
You have the fundamentals, which kind of come down to CSing, vision,
Oh, we're back into the game.
and there you see the vision in the bot side of Link.
Oh wait, wow, that's some good vision there.
Yep.
Oh, he tries to go in for the CS, and he trades a little bit of health to get the CS. Even though he had a really rough early game, Gloomy is just 3 CS behind, but it's not going to be easy as he's very low health. And yes, as you said, the ward, the vision is now really paying off because they spot the enemy jungler clearing his rump. So it's going to be hard for him to find anything significant. But the next objective they're probably going to play around is either the grubs that are going to be spawning in, I think, like 40 seconds, and the Infernal Drake. Oh, is he going for
exactly. And it seems like with the vision setup they have, BLE would kind of want to play around the dragon, but with Gloomy this low in the mid lane, it's gonna be very hard.
It seems to be just a free dragon for the side of Lynx stream if they want to go for it, because they would be in a numerical advantage. Yes, and they're going to start it right now, and I don't think there's going to be any kind of contest. And Lynx does have a little bit of vision, especially in that banana. Oh,
Zeph
I think Zeph is
around. But it's gonna find nothing.
Nothing is going to happen. Yes, the side from the extreme is just going to take the Infernal Dragon. There will not be a contest, I believe.
Nope. They're just gonna move around a bit.
And Zeph is, I think, help Lumi to push out the wave, and he will now take a reset, and Linkstream will have a 1 break advantage over the side. BLE.
Yeah, and if we look at the scaling a little bit, I have no clue who skills better. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like what do you think?
I believe that the late game is just going to be a very skill-based result, because there's not an inherent advantage, I think, on either side. Because if the side of BL, I mean, to be honest, if Linkstream can set up the vision correctly, can prepare for any kind of flash engages from the side of Amumu, and prepare for the curse of the Sad Mummy, or are not getting flanked, I think they win. Because they have just such a great comp. But it's really hard to do that. and I don't think they can do it.
Exactly. And as we saw here, they only got one grub because they lingered a little bit too long on the dragon. It's exactly like you said. Is Seth gonna do something here? Yes or no? It wasn't really quite clear. A little bit of trader. It wasn't really quite clear. So they were a bit too late, and they didn't quite realize that. So they're only gonna get one grub in exchange.
Oh, the hook hits, and Mini goes in. The Brom has 4 stacks, but he
Oh.
can't get the rush on. And he ults in, and he gets the kill. But at the same time, Burger Flipper is also here. He's kiting, and he's just killing Mini. And this is... Oh my god. The pet, Oriana just died. Almost.
Wait, what happened?
And Gloomy
Oh, but Amumu
doesn't have the R2 to go in. But he scares the Oriana, cancels the base. And... Oh, wait.
I
Zeph
think
died.
Oriana just
Amumu died.
I think Oriana just outplayed 1v2, if I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Both
Yes.
ultis blown on the side of BLE, and
I
that
think
was a
the
very
Amumu
well
flash
played.
also was burned. So let's go into the replay. First of all, we see that the WAP hits a very nice hook onto the Braum. This is very nice. And Mini engages,
Exchange.
he hits his Q on a single target. The ultimate from the Burger Flipper hits. However, Mini goes in for the dive, and I don't really know if it's worth it. I mean, it's a 1-for-1 in the end. And
Yeah.
his wave was pushed in, so I think it's fine.
Mhm.
But
Exactly.
definitely the Braum is not the priority target.
That's true. But sometimes you gotta grab what you can.
That
And
is
it's like you said, the wave was pushing into Lynx, was basically already almost under the tower, so it's not too shabby either. And he's gonna get a nice reset off that as well. So
Yes, and he has a very comfortable, I think, 13 CS lead at the moment, but we're going to see how it's going to be when the Ashe catches the lane, catches the wave. And the top lane is very quiet. Oh
the Wop
my
trouble.
god, I think Arizona
Wait.
tries to do something. They have a numerical advantage, it's 4v3,
Wop winner?
and the WAP is going to be hit by the hook. Oh my god, Zeph is going in, he doesn't have the ultimate.
Bravo.
His Brom dies, and it's a 1-for-1. The ultimate
Ooh,
from the Vi
flash.
hits onto the Kaiser, but he just has to run away, and Gloomy is here for the cleanup. The Q hits, the shockwave is
Big
there,
shockwave.
and Gloomy is still alive in the side of it, and he runs. The auto attack hits, and
Ooh,
Burger
can we
Flipper
get
flips
more?
the right side, and I think he's going to win with the heal from the Oriana.
What a team fight, ladies and gentlemen. It was
was-
back and forward, but in the end, Lynx Dream is going to come out on top with 4-0 Burger Flipper on the Ashe here. And I'm going to break it down here. We see Kebab Spinner kind of walking next to the WAP, looking more for Mini than anything. And the WAP kind of flashed out there. Zeph gets a nice cancel on the Vi. It's going to go down, but trades Braum. Then
Oh,
this huge Vi ult gets dragged all the way under tower as the flash. And the WAP actually ulted, I believe, I want to say it was either the Ashe or the Oriana, but the Vi was more of the priority target. And
one-
in the end, yeah.
the one thing you really have to consider in the fight that just transpired, the Amumu
Mhm.
didn't have the Curse of the Sad Mummy.
Yeah.
So there was a really big ultimate missing from the fight. And on the other hand, even though the Braum isn't level 6 yet, I
Mhm.
think the Amumu ultimate has just so much more inherent value. And it was missing, and if he did have that, that fight would look completely different.
Yeah, I think you're very much right. There was that one bandage toss that he threw at the start where it was basically about 4 people around him. Oh,
Oh, the WAP hits his hook onto the enemy AD carry, and Gloomy goes in. The Ashe just immediately died, and the Braum is going to follow, and the Rockload TPs for literally nothing. But Gloomy goes onto the bot side to catch the wave, probably, and prevent Oriana from catching more. But that was a huge pick. The enemy bot lane is dead, and they're going to get the rest of the 4 dragons. Unless the Vi finds something else, but he's just going to blast code into his death. I mean, he was definitely looking for the steal so that the enemy team doesn't get as many drops. But that's another kill going over. And now look at the WAP. Sorry.
yeah, look at the WAP. Goes in for the hook. It looks a bit wonky because of the difference in the river, but it's an immediate collapse. Mini goes in with the ult as well, the TP from Proclo, and it's just over in 2 seconds.
This is actually something we actually talked about at the start of the draft, because the Kaiser and also the Akali has just a very easy time to follow up.
Yep.
And if somebody gets hooked, they're just gonna die.
Very much true. And these are the kind of hooks that you really need, because hooking Braum over and over again is going to get quite old
It's
as
not
well.
going to do anything.
Yeah, the only problem with this is they use all their ultimates before the objective, so they don't really have anything here to contest this with. So they're going to get
So
killed.
even though they got the pick, they didn't get the objective.
Exactly, which is often quite a problem with a lot of these pick comps, is you get some kills, but you don't really base it around objective, or after the play you're kind of too low, you have to reset. There's a bunch of these timers that don't always get played around too well, which
I mean, on the other
end
side,
up-
they got the grubs, I guess.
True,
got three
true.
grubs.
They do get 4 grubs, which does give them the little spawnling, I believe, so that's nice.
And now I don't think I touched on it before, but the Ash has 4 kills.
Yeah, no, very true. They're kind of even in items though, Mini and Mini
That
and
was
the Burger
also due to
Flipper.
the shutdown I think Mini got from the
Yeah.
catch onto the Burger Flipper.
True.
I'm just way too encapsulated by the name.
Yeah, me too. I don't know if you noticed, but a couple times I'm like, have a second, Burger Flipper. Yeah.
Oh,
There you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, we see top lane is still quite even. They're kind of chilling
yeah,
up there.
nothing really happened.
And we have a kill
Oh.
over on Mini.
Oh my god. Mini, and Burger Flipper still alive. He flashes forward and he gets the kill, and he still doesn't die.
But Mini has flash.
And there's a fight on the top lane. The Mumu hits. He hits a banish toss, and the Shrock goes completely insane on the Aatrox damage. I think they wanted to try to find a catch onto the Aatrox, but it just doesn't happen.
I don't know. Maybe they don't have enough damage. The Shortclaw survives on the Aatrox here with the World Ender activated, and he just heals it up later on, and it's just a sweep across the board there for BLE.
And while they are down 2 dragons, they are ahead 2.57k gold.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we want to see from BLE. It's more so that Lynx are perhaps the aggressors, and BLE are getting the advantages from that, but it doesn't matter. It still ends up in their favor, which is
They got the advantages anyway, right?
exactly. It doesn't matter how they got it, whether they initiated or not. They do a little bit of both, right? They initiate a bit and they react a bit, which is nice.
Oh, he hits the E, but I don't think he's going to take the Shuriken toss. Let me tell you, if we went back 4 years ago, he would have taken that E any day of the week.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you as it is. Meantime, we see the Herald's gonna get picked up, and Kebab Spinner reacts by going to the other side of the map, doing a little bit of an invade here, because they do have their bot lanes here, and there's only Gloomy to kind of hold the tower here, sort of, not really. So they're gonna use that prio to contest this, but Wop says no,
Something
I
happening.
actually want that red buff back, and it's not gonna be granted that, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's almost nothing happening, except the Akali wants to try to do something. But yeah, it's 2v3, but the Amumu is running down the river.
So they're going to try and chase this out, but it's quite an obvious move. So is Zeph going to be in time before they actually reach the turret? It doesn't seem like it. They're still going to be pushed away.
Very tense. And I think the gold lead is starting to dwindle a little bit. Because now they're only ahead 1.6k gold, which is not... Oh, and the banished misses. If that one hits, I think the Orianna just dies. But he does still have the flash.
That was a close one. Anyway.
That was really close.
We have Dragon up in 1.5 minutes, and I think this is one of those pivotal dragons that if BLE doesn't start contesting these, then Lynx is going to be on Soul Point. And let's say Mountain Soul is quite nice for Lynx, I'm not going to lie. Against a team that wants to engage on Wombo combo, that extra bit of shield at the start of a fight is very nice.
Oh my god, these mountain ranks are going to be big.
Exactly. So this is the moment. BLE has both TPs up. This is the moment to start and play for these team fights. Items across the board look very good as well. Mini on 2. Everyone is on 1 item on all the other roles, which is good enough. That should be enough to make a fight happen. Setup a bit minimal. They're a bit later, seems like, than Lynx, but they can definitely still gain ground back, because they are that wombo combo team fight, right? They just walk up, everyone's stacked up, they don't mind.
Yeah, but especially they're placing the Herald to get some early prior and maybe hit crash down the mid lane turret, and it's going to be a very early confrontation. Mini is forwards, but nothing's going to be happening for him. The Braum gets pushed forwards, which was very unfortunate, and the mid tower doesn't fall in effect. The warp is here
Exactly.
on the Nautilus. If he finds a hook onto the Oriana, the fight just immediately ends.
Exactly.
The Mumu
Right.
is lying in wait, trying to find a good angle, and Lynx does have trouble entering the river because their Mumu and the Nautilus just create so much zoning pressure. Because if one of the main carries gets hit, they are going to die.
Exactly.
And I think they're
He-
going to the mini. The flash, he dodges the arrow, but nothing's going to be happening. The ultimate from the Akali goes in. They are going to assassinate the Ash, but he lives, but the shockwave prevents it. And the Aatrox, while everything is happening, is just going to kill everybody. What a
Boom.
fight!
What a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's we're gonna watch the breakdown a little bit, but it all starts off with this Ash Arrow and Vyar going on Mini, but he actually reacts quite well. They're looking on him here. Boom, the flash over the wall actually hits it. Buffspinner has to instantly go out because nobody can follow him up here, right? And Panson still has the Oriana ult here, but has to use it defensively. Try and peel for the Ash here, but there's two people on him and he's not going to be enough. And then nobody even cared about the Aatrox yet. He just comes in here with the World Ender and it's just, it's over.
There's just so much gold ahead now. They have like a comfortable 5,000 gold lead, and they also got the Mountain Drake.
Exactly. And one of those win conditions we were talking about where this Renekton, this Vi, and this Braum as well, they have to be chunky. They have to be chunky champions in order for BLE not to just walk over them. Because this is really, if their front line can't tank up these engages and it's going to go fall down, then Ashe is going to be in trouble so fast and Oriana's going to be in trouble so fast. But it actually, even if they don't fall down, it doesn't even matter because Mini and Gloomy can just walk past them, do like 2 ultimates, and they're just in the backline anyway.
It's so impressive how they just find the backline every single time. I mean, because the first engage from the Vi was onto the
Alright, we're gonna go fix a little bit of a sound bug real quick. I'm gonna take a look at the chat. We have Mr. Rob Cobb with sit straight. So make sure, Noir, you're tensing those abs a little bit, you know, sitting straight.
Gotcha. Maybe I should stand.
Standing is a thing as well. You got one of those, some people have those standing desks that you can kind of like elevate up and down. I think they're very cool. They're a bit outside of my budget right now, but in the future, in the future, that's definitely something I'm considering.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, right. It's nice for when you want to change because I believe the best sitting position is the next one. So whatever way you're sitting right now, the next one is going to be your better one.
Oh yeah, that makes
what I mean?
total sense. Yeah,
It
let me
makes
fix my
sense,
sitting position. Okay.
So that's why it's good when people say sit straight. It's nice because usually you're not sitting straight. We don't always have to sit straight. So the whole idea behind is that you switch it up a bit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because that keeps you sort of flexible, it keeps you sort of stable, it doesn't lock you into the same position, give you constant
Oh, and we're back
stress.
into the game.
Yeah. Talk about the same position. Lynx has to get out of this position as well, because they just lost the team fight. They know now, okay, 5v5, we're probably not winning that one. So the Dragons are going over to BLE for now at least. And Lynx they're on the back foot. They've been playing, they're gonna play reactionary now.
Oh,
and
their
it's
Mumu
not
is lying
going
in
their
wait
way.
in the brush, and I think they're trying to go for a dive, but the wave is just going to eviscerate Tet. And yeah, nothing is going to happen. But on the side of the mid lane, they're just pushing waves, clearing waves, and I think BL is just trying to push their vision advantage forwards.
Yep, exactly.
In preparation for the Baron.
For the Baron. And they're gonna try and hold these kind of entrance points, because Lynx is gonna have a very hard time trying to walk up to gain any vision at all, really. Because nobody's gonna face check anymore. Vi can't face check, Renekton can't face check. They're sitting on Eclipse, ladies and gentlemen. They're sitting on Eclipse. Nobody's tanking anything anymore.
I mean, the lane from the Oriana against the Akali is still going to be very fine. in the sideline. But oh my god, there's going to be starting the Baron. And I don't think that Lynx team has realized that yet.
Kebab
They're
Shinner
still
on the other
wandering
side of the
around the
map.
Vi.
Yeah.
The Vi is still wandering around in the bottom river, trying to clear a scuttle, I think. And they're going to be caught with their pants down as BLE just take the Baron and extend the lead even further. And Akali is going to die.
Yeah, seems like Lynx did sort of know what's going on, and they said we don't want anything to do with that, so we're just gonna go play on the other side of the map, trying to get something back, and understandably so, they get the turnaround.
I think a very
Hey,
nice
the
thing
turnaround.
one could notice is that the Akali did not use his flash. Because if you use this flash now to get a 1-for-1, maybe, it wouldn't be worth it, because the dragon fight is coming up in 1 minute and 30.
Exactly. I think that's a very smart move as well. Keep the flash up to make sure you can fight on the objectives a little bit better. Looks like Mini's gonna rotate over towards a non-existent red buff real quick, but then going back towards mid to gain prio again, which they just lost. But no worries, because the Baron buff is gonna help them get that back ASAP.
In the next securing fights, oh my god, the Mumu hits a Vanish Toss, and the Oriana is going to be in hot trouble. He hits the Shockwave onto 2 people, but he's just going to die.
Yeah, and as you see right there, even when hitting the Shockwave, I don't know exactly what the build is these days, but I'll tell you this much, this build is not going to one-shot anyone. So even Mini just tanking a Shockwave with only the shield from the ultimate is just fine.
He really didn't. He really
Yeah,
didn't take that much
fine.
damage.
You can just walk it off. It's just, it's a slight tickle. And Gloomy with this a massive wave from the bot lane is going to get immense pressure here. Somebody's going to have to answer that, but nobody wants to really. Because Vi doesn't want to 1-for-1 Akali, and nobody else wants to really move either, because, yeah, moving mid-prior, losing
Oh, the
mid
Warp hits a hook onto the bomb, and I think the bomb is the next victim of the murder spree that is going on from the Black Lotus side. This game is not a close anymore. It may have been 10 minutes ago, but it was close until it wasn't.
And now they're just falling one by one, getting catched left and right, because I imagine your Brahmir, your brain is going to turn off, because you're on the back foot, you're already playing disengaged, but what are you disengaging for, you know what I mean?
You can't protect against that.
Exactly, you can't protect against that anymore, it's so hard. So, I'm going to guess next game they're probably maybe opting into a bit more something aggressive, something they feel like, okay, we can actually make some more picks. But who knows, I don't know what they're up to. So, what do they need to do to get back into this game? They're gonna lose the dragon here. Baron is still Baron buff still up. So turtle. It's turtle time.
And the Warp hits a hook onto the Vi, but this time no follow-up is going to be happening, and he may have had the scare of his life, but he's going to get away with it. I mean, there are still a lot of tools from the side of Lynx Stream to do something. They still have the Vi lockdown and the Ash Arrow, so if they can find somebody just isolated, they can find a pick, but it's hard. And I think they have found an angle. The Vi is from the side, but the Q gets interrupted from the Mumu, and she dies. It's a very unclose fight, but Gloomy is getting targeted by the arrow, and oh my god, what an incredible curse from the sad mummy from the side of the Mumu, and BLE just murders their opponent, even though the Akali... And the Nautilus gets a hook onto the Renekton, and the flank doesn't happen, and Mini assassinates the Oriana. I don't think this game is going to be prolonging any further, as BLE can just hopefully end the game in a few minutes, but they don't have a wave to end it just yet.
Exactly, and I don't have a wave because Timo just cleared that wave, and maybe that saved them actually an inhib tower, if I'm not mistaken.
What a smart move.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite nice. When all fails, just go for the wave, get some money, bow strategy. It all works out. Meanwhile, Shroklo maybe overstaying his welcome a little bit here. Nobody else to back him up, actually. I feel like Ash gonna notice that, trying to walk up and go for the chase.
They have no ultimate. Oh, they have the ultimate from the Vi, but I think with this movement speed from the Aether's ultimate, he's just going to get away. They were definitely trying to find a pick in this situation, because the Aether does have a shutdown and he was isolated, but he's just going to be safe.
Exactly. And let's see some of the item pickups here. We see Mini actually gets the first part of Zonya's. I'm not sure what it's called, but he's gonna get the Zonya's active.
Is Seeker's Arm God, I think?
Seeker's Arm Guard, thank you very much. And that's gonna make it even harder for anyone to really lock him down. So
Oh, and Oriana gets caught from the Nautilus, and even though she hits the shockwave, the damage from the Kaiser is just too much to handle.
it's too much.
And there is
Redemption.
just a little bit late. Oh my god, the Warp
Oh.
hits a hook onto the Ash, but he can flash backwards and get to safety.
Exactly. Very nice moves. Right, as I was talking about items going up and down, I seen Abyssal Mask from the Moo. Very nice as well. Seems like a casual standard build, some anti-healing. See the WAP went for Night's Vow into Redemption.
Do you see those
Bloodsoul.
W's?
I see those W's. They're hitting constantly because he has enough AP to just keep firing. those
Ash
over and over.
almost died from it.
Yeah. Oh, there's gonna get the base cancelled by the Zappa as well. It's a tragedy, ladies and gentlemen. And now it's
I mean,
just yeah. It's
From
a
what
game
I
of
remember
speed, right?
from the Kaiser,
Mm-hmm.
when she's ahead and those W's just start flying off your team, it's very uninteractive.
Exactly. You could even argue that in some games, going the AP route, like full AP, is also very nice because if a team doesn't have enough engage or really doesn't want to engage, then it hurts a lot. But this
And
game
now
is
on the
quite
side
good.
from BLE, yes.
Mhm.
Now BLE is starting the Baron and it's already for okay, but they found a pick onto the Akali and he immediately dies. However, on the other side, BLE got the Baron. So they traded one for the Baron, which is fine trade. Because I think the Baron gets offers 1,500 gold, if I remember correctly. 300 to everyone.
I believe so, yeah. I'm not quite that great at League math, but I've seen this before where one team gets Baron and the other team gets Gloomy, so that's what happened like 10 minutes ago as well. I believe it's not the best trade-off, but
I mean, it
you
is the
gotta get what
best
you
they
gotta
can
get.
do in that situation.
Exactly. What more can you get? So I think the final buffs are gonna get picked up here. They're gonna maybe wait for Gloomy to respawn, but it does have the TP. So they're gonna set up a push here. It looks like a 4-1 on mid and bot. Trying to end through that. Top wave's also slightly pushing. Maybe Gloomy's gonna actually TP to that or walk there, as he does have all the time in the world apparently. Yeah, the siege is gonna continue. It's a bit slow, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like with this Baron up, they could be a bit more aggressive, but I understand that they wanna.
Oh, and the Mumu is on the side, and I think he's trying to find a way into the hits. The curse of the sad mummy, the three people, and Mini just goes insane as he flies into the backline, killing everybody as well. It's 3 kills.
And just as I say, they're taking it slow. They're going so.
This is not going slow. And the hook is, I think they're going for the quadra kill. Is this it? Is this the
Wait.
penta kill for Mini?
Are they gonna go for the Penta?
I think they might
they're
as
not
well.
gonna overstep. They're not gonna overstep. They're just gonna end the game, clean out. Wait,
Oh my,
Timu's
oh
gonna
my
give
god,
it.
they're going. Is this a pentakill? No! The Nautilus takes it away!
Stolen by the Nautilus.
The Warp! No! What a game from BLE. It was very entertaining. 37 kills in 29 minutes, and BLE goes out of this game as a clear victor.
That was
Wow.
very impressive. It was. I mean, I did vote for BLE to win, but I did not expect it. Let's put it like that. I actually flipped the coin. I was like, yeah, sure, maybe they win. So what actually contributed to their win in this game? I feel like it was their engages were very good, right? They really knew
yes.
when they wanted to play on something, even though it failed a couple times, like in the mid lane when there was a 1v2 against Oriana and Oriana walked away with a kill, but they kept trying, and that's what I liked. And I feel like Shroklo also came in clutch a couple times, where in these team fights he makes sure he just cleans up the entire front line, which is very good. And then the synergy between Gloomy and Mini, always knowing which target to prioritize, was crazy.
They were so in sync. They were always onto the same target, killing the Ash every single time. They really had the target priority straight.
Yep, I agree. So, what do Lynx want or need or should change to get back in this game too?
I mean, we saw in the early game it was actually quite fine. They were trying to lock down the Akali through the ways of the Vi and the Orianna, and they had favorable lanes, but they were never able to really push it too far much. I think maybe a little bit of agency would be good, because their only ways of catching somebody was almost exclusively through the side of the Vi. And just late in the game, the air shadow came in, but they didn't really have a lot of tools to engage onto the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Because what did they have? They have Vi Q ultimate and an air arrow.
Yeah.
Because the Braum is not going to engage. The Orianna is a control mage.
Yeah.
And Renekton is a very beefy frontline. Usually. But T2 didn't have the ability to.
I agree. I feel like that kind of went wrong around the Vi pick, where it was, oh yeah, we want to engage against. Well, that's the thing, right? I did say Kai'Sa is kind of versatile because you could go some sort of pokish style or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a champ that wants to go in. It wants to abuse that they can move across the map at like 500 miles per hour. So generally, against those type of champions, you could go some form of disengage, and they actually instead went with the Vi, which kind of put them in this sort of comp where you also want to engage, or at least punish the engage. So either somebody else has to tank this engage up, and then the Vi is there to punish, or Vi is the one who has to tank that up, which was not going well.
Yes, I totally agree. Lynx really has to reevaluate how they want to approach this game, because in this first game it showed that BLE was not scared to just fight them on every opportunity they got.
Yep, exactly. So what you could do is you take away some of these stable picks that BLE are very comfortable in, put them in a bit more of an uncomfortable situation, right? And then go on the aggression, because now your blue side, it's your turn to show what do you think is strong in this meta. What's your blue one pick that's gonna blow everyone away? Are you a Jinx team fight comp? Or are you a Xin Zhao enjoyer? Who knows, right? It's all up to you to kind of decide where you want to build this up.
And now we're going to move into a small little break until the next game starts. I hope you will be accompanying us in the next game as well. And we'll see us in a few minutes.
Don't go anywhere.
Every Friday night when we hit the town, I'm a just to kill in case you'll be around. 'Cause we left it there, floating in the air. Now the music plays and the lights are low. I see you standing there, just like I wished for. Don't wanna second the still of the night, gazing up at the sky. When the stars began to fade, dimming lanterns in our eyes, thought there was nothing to find. I stopped searching for a reason, just let the world embrace us. In the silence, we are one. Can't escape from this feeling inside you. Release from heartache, you'll be fine. When the cracks start to let you run right through.
Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna do a quick recap here as we almost go into game 2, but just a little while. We actually just watched BLE perform such magnificent team fighting in this deep dive comp. So, Noir, what did you think?
I think it was very impressive. I think the synergy between Gloomy and Mini was really on point, because usually that's not something you see very often, like mid lane and ADC. You usually think of the synergies like mid jungle, jungle support, or ADC support. But this time they had the Kai'Sa and the Akali who really want to dive into the backline and just assassinate the enemy AD carry and mid laner and carries. And they did that beautifully. They were really always on the same page, having their target priority straight. And I think the main strength that we saw from the side of BLE was definitely their team fighting potential. They're just that good at playing those fights out. And I think it was very impressive. Those were definitely my main two players I was looking out for in this game, and they delivered.
Yep, I completely agree. Looking back on it, they really showed aggression, and yeah, we just want to see more of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. Now on the flip side, do you have any player from the Lynx stream side you thought was performing even though the situations are a bit dire?
I think mid had a good matchup, and it seemed like even when they were behind, they were definitely playing around it. Because every time, right, when they did a Baron or anything else, they went actually on the upside of the map. They were like, okay, maybe we can still get something here, and that's where they kind of went with the Orianna. The Ashe was kind of left behind, even though 4-1
It
at
was very
some point.
unfortunate. She started
Yeah.
like 4-0, I think.
I think it was off 4-0-1, and then didn't really get much done after that, which is
It
which
all
is a
went
shame.
downhill from there.
Yeah, they should have maybe played more trying to protect for the carries, but what do I know? What do you do against a
I mean,
Kai'Sa
how
and
do
a...
you protect your carry if your jungler is going to be Vi who wants to go into the enemy?
Exactly, and that was one of the problems as well. They tried to engage. There's no follow-up, so you really got to be very patient and sort of wait for the enemy to engage and hope they fail, kind of, and then re-engage based on that, and that's how you can kind of play. But if you engage first and you look around, because that's what happened a couple times, right? They go in with the VIR, they flash out afterwards,
And then
that's it.
nothing happens.
There you are, hands up in the air, can't do nothing, unlucky.
Caught like a deer on headlights.
Basically. So I want to see them pivot a little bit this time around. I want to see what they can do on blue side. What do they think is strong? What do they actually prefer to play?
Yeah, because we saw from the side of BLE, they had a very high priority on the Kai'Sa. So, I mean, I would believe that Linkstream would probably like to take that pick away, because it was such a menace. Always flying in with the Akali.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, and then you have to wonder, what kind of jungler do they ban? Now we're into draft, and Linkstream prioritizes the Zervine. Bad.
Understandable. It's one of those team fight champs that people don't necessarily like. Really going for the brand ban, which
That's a switch up.
Yeah, I'm a bit lost. I don't think they did that last game, but I suppose it's good against. It's only a jungler, right? I'm thinking about flex picks here because they are.
No, it's definitely just a jungler. Oh my wow! They think Amumu was a problem. I mean, it was a problem.
It was a problem.
Definitely.
It's such a good and easy team fight champion. I wouldn't be surprised if they ban out the Kali here, but they don't necessarily have to, right? Because the mid matchup did seem fine. But
and
all in all,
is not something
fights.
you pick very early usually.
Yeah, that's true as well.
If you think you're susceptible to these kinds of assassins, you just ban it on second rotation.
Smart. So
And the last
are
time
they
I
gonna
think
ban-
Lynx banned the Lulu, and now they're on blue side, so they don't have to worry about that too much. And the last ban is going to be the Maokai. Just another
Yes.
very good teamfight champion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're kind of avoiding all the sort of the easy team fight stuff, so to say. And
Viego first.
they're going with VA.
That's
I
bold.
like it. I like it. Are they actually
mean,
gonna
they-
go Ivern this time, or is this the
They're
debate
not
again?
going to go either.
I don't think it's that bad, right? Against
No,
Viego,
it's
or
not.
is it?
It-
You
it's- no,
prevent
it's most definitely
resets,
fine.
do some shields.
Ornn. They're
Ornn,
not
really?
They're not first picking Ornn on red side.
Are they?
No way.
Surely not.
They can't.
We can just do a
they?
jungler pick. Can we do a jungler ADC here, maybe?
It's
Nope,
Ornn.
we cannot.
It's Ornn.
Okay.
It's an Ornn. R1 Ornn.
It's fine. It's fine. They won't for sure guarantee the support counter pick or something else. So they're just gonna they're gonna put a couple champs downwards. Probably gonna do jungle here, right? And then they're looking for ADC on R3. I feel like that's a very safe bet. Yeah, there you go. They're gonna do for
Wow.
ADC R3, and then they can do
The Lee Sin is
mid
actually a
support
very
R4/5.
old school count against the Viego, because in the early game the Lee Sin just has more dueling potential.
Mhm,
So he just kind of beats the Viego up in the early phases.
mhm.
And it does pair well with a lot of the AP carries that I know that the early in the mid lane likes to play. I think the most traditional champion you can think of the Lee Sin is the LeBlanc.
The LeBlanc, the Ahri, stuff like that.
Varus.
And Lynx are gonna go Varus. Pretty strong still right now. Has a
It's very
couple
strong.
different builds. I'm not sure what's preferred these
I
days, but
think you have to go the on-hit build if you want to kill the Ornn.
that's
Because if you
fair.
go
Yeah.
lethality, he's not dying.
That's very true. And the problem with that is once Ornn gets tanky enough, he's just gonna be their entire front line. And then if Viego can't reset off it, yeah, it's just rough, right?
Karma.
Nice. So we kind of get sort of a
Which
broke bot
Karma
lane.
is it? Can you play Karma mid and top lane anymore, or is it just
Let's
not
just
Senna?
say it's bot. Let's
Is
just
it
say it's
Senna
bot.
Ornn?
Oh! Wait, maybe you're cooking. Maybe that's why they picked Ornn this early.
Oh, now wow, that would
Now
be
it
a
makes
huge
sense.
switch up.
It all
Maybe they
makes
tried
sense
to
now.
fade out the top lane counter pick.
They could still flex it, right? They could still
Yes.
pick mid
Mid
lane
lane
on
on
R4 here,
Oh, that's a smart draft.
right? They pick the mid lane on R4, and then they decide whether Ornn is doable into whatever matchup is going to be picked by
They ban
Lynx.
them outside. Very relatable when you have Lee Sin Senna,
Sure.
And it would
Yeah.
fit.
Okay.
right?
No,
Akali,
it's,
have to respect
it's,
that.
it's true. Like Viego wants to reset, right? So whatever champ helps him get like that singular pick is something they want to ban.
If this, do you think the Senna will go the damage route or go to the Enchanter version?
Oh, for sure. I feel like Enchanter's kind of nerfed to the ground these days. So there's
Okay.
a very classic kind of black cleaver
Syndra.
into whatever you want to do build. That's quite decent.
Syndra, that's also very class.
Yeah. But on the other end, it is the WAP, so you never know.
Corky!
Oh,
LeBlanc. Okay,
the
this is
LeBlanc,
what we were
talk
asking
about
for.
it. Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at the side from Lynx stream, they're not very tanky. The
Yeah.
only thing they really have to protect themselves is the Karma shields. And they're not going to be strong enough to LeBlanc.
I think it's
Just-
a decent pickup. It's
Yes.
gonna help flanks a lot. It's gonna be able to avoid the Viego quite well.
And it's a very good
I-
denial from Lynx stream also as well, because Lee Sin Viego LeBlanc is also very scary. But you have the Ahri, which is probably the one thing that is also a very good pair up.
Uh-huh.
So what's
So
it going
now-
to be?
They want to get resets. They want to get some
Yes.
picks. They already have a lot of prio in the bot lane, so they can kind of do a weak side top if they wanted to. They don't know if the Ornn is going somewhere. They don't necessarily know. But if it's gonna go bot, he's not gonna have a good time.
Lissandra.
Ooh, sort of a
Now that's a
disengagey,
pick.
but yeah, I like it.
It's very good against the LeBlanc, definitely, because it's the very classic counter pick, and it does set up very nicely for the Viego, because you can just freeze somebody onto the ground and the Viego gets his reset off.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Plus, it helped with either sort of disengage, but also engage, which is nice. He just doesn't have quite a lot of range.
Yes.
Oh, and they're gonna go to the.
Wow.
I feel like that's probably very decent if the Ornn does go top, and if he doesn't go top, it's still a good AP pick to kind of not overload on the AD
That's a very
side, right?
safe, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So even if BLE does pick some sort of bruiser, then the Gragas pick is still kind of fine to sort of disengage a lot of these champs. Especially if you think about the Lee Sin, the LeBlanc, they all want to dash in.
Oh yes, Fiora!
Oh,
Oh!
are we
Never
gonna get
mind!
a Shroklo Fiora against Gragas? I think that would be quite a good pickup.
Oh, definitely, because the Fiora has a very easy way to just say no to the Gragas.
Exactly.
The repulse is a very strong spell if you can use it right. Because the moment the Gragas tries to just pull the Fiora away, she just presses W and you're stunned.
Yeah. Very, very true.
What an exciting draft.
Yeah, I like it as well. I'm a little bit worried for the bot side of BLE, because you do have the Varus Karma, which is such like an oppressive lane to play against. And then you have like Ornn Senna on the other side, so it's kind of up to them to see how long they can last on that. And I have no clue. I don't know. I don't know how much they've practiced this, but
how would you consider their engage option? Who wants to be the aggressor and who wants to be the more passive reactor to the fights?
oh right, that's a good point. It's difficult because on the side of BLE there's a lot of slippery champions. There's only really Ornn and Senna that you could look at and go like, those are easy to catch. Even Ornn has the W to kind of negate a lot of CC. So I think BLE might be slightly the aggressor, but it's really hard to say because even if they engage, they can get punished so hard by a Varus R, Lissandra R.
Yes. I think if we get to the team fights, I think Lynx Stream will have a very nice time into these champions. However, I don't think that Black Lotus wants the team fight.
Exactly.
They have a very nice 1-3-1 comp.
Yeah, exactly. Not maybe they want a team fight later on when there are free items in and they have like a Fiora and a Ornn who's tanky and etc. But we kind of have the opposite situation of last time around where we said, okay, Lynx have good lanes and they kind of want to maybe not fight, the team fights all the time. And this time I was like, oh, BLE, well, they kind of want to skirmish here and there, but they don't really want to 5v5 all day, any day. Because you're playing against this Viego, Varus, Lissandra, who just kind of excel in these reset team fights.
The top side will be very fun to watch. And for Lynx Stream, the priority will definitely be on their bot lane. They have the hard pushing Varus Karma, which is definitely going to have Karma priority against the Senna Ornn, unless the Ornn just does something magical. I cannot imagine how they...
Another magical moment by BLE, who knows?
I mean, what would happen? They're just so safe. Unless the Lee Sin comes down to help, Varus Karma just wins inherently. But on the other side, we have Lee Sin, LeBlanc, Fiora on the top side of the map.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to be strong siding the top side for the side of BLE. We're definitely strong siding the bot side from Lynx Stream. Which is...
That's you mentioned it, but I think that's the question, because if BLE leaves this bot lane alone, are they gonna survive? And I doubt it. I think you might want to spend a little bit more time as Lee Sin on the bot side to make sure they don't go like 40 CS down or like 50 CS down. And
I mean, for that you have the early game power of this early game jungler.
exactly.
He's very good.
Yep.
At fighting and dueling, especially in early game, and he beats the Viego in a 1v1.
It's hard to say. I think there's a couple options. You could play for the bot side and say, okay, I want to do damage control. You could also say, hey, do damage control your own. I'm going to make sure the top side where we're strong is going to excel, and that's where I want to play, because I'm going to have prio there or whatever. So yeah, it's going to figure out who's going to basically be better at what they want to do. Who's going to be stronger in their strong side.
And I think, yes, exactly. One thing that I want to really highlight is the power of this Lissandra. Because this champion is so good at diving, it's unbelievable. If you move the 4-man core, Viego, Lissandra, and the bot lane, you can almost guarantee that somebody's going to die.
Yep.
And if they play, and the Lissandra neutralizes the LeBlanc, because the way this matchup works is that LeBlanc is not allowed to W in, because then you just get W'd from the Lissandra, and you get rooted, and then you get hit by every ability in the world. So yeah, you kind of have to slowly poke at the Lissandra with the LeBlanc Q, which is, well, possible, yes, but it's just such an easy matchup for the mid laner from Lynx stream.
Yep, I definitely agree.
And having priority is really easy, because while the LeBlanc can't, because LeBlanc really likes to clear the waves with a W, because that's like the most AoE ability. Lissandra just can throw her Q into the wave and just be done with it. And when Gloomy wants to trade with, or wants to clear the wave with his distortion, he gets rooted, and he gets. So it's very hard to have priority as a LeBlanc in this matchup, I believe. Because just of the way the champions interact with each other, and which opens up the possibility to just trying to dominate the map through the mid jungler. Because Lee Sin LeBlanc might win out in isolation, but not if the LeBlanc can't move.
Yeah, that's true. That's something we gotta think about as well. Priority. Bot lane has a lot of priority. Maybe mid. I'm not sure how that matchup works, so I'm gonna say depends. Whoever wants
We're
it.
going to
gets it
see
kind
it
of thing.
in life, actually.
Exactly. So, final thoughts. Who do you favor?
If I think of the last game, honestly, I favor BLE, but not because of the team comp, but because of the ability of the players. And I do think that we have a very, it's very hard to answer a 1-3-1 if it works. So it really will depend if BLE can get ahead in the early game. Because if they do not get ahead, and if Fiora and LeBlanc gets behind, then it becomes really hard for them to fight back. Which is when I would say that the team fighting ability from Link Stream just would take over.
Yeah.
So my guess would be BLE. I believe them to win, but I wouldn't discount the fact that Link Stream will be able to put up a great fight.
Yeah, I think so as well. And they're gonna be, I feel like they're gonna be more inclined to play around what that was already strong last game around, where the mid lane was doing well, the bot lane was doing well as well. And I feel like they're gonna be more inclined to play around it, but also more able to accelerate what they're doing well. Because now you got a Varus Karma, right? You don't have an Ashe Braum chilling around and sitting there. So we're gonna get into game. I'm gonna check out the skins real quick. Looks good. I like it. Blue side looks decent. I think some one is
Gragas looks sort of place. Oh, it's an IG LeBlanc skin. Do you see that?
Oh, okay. Wait, they get extra points for that. But Burger Flipper also has the Arctic Varus here, so that's very clean. Oh,
this is Ruined Karma.
This is indeed Ruined Karma. I think they're gonna go poke Varus, by the way. I'm not 100% sure, but the Comet
kinda... it's Comet, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that makes sense because the Ornn is not, well... I mean, can you kill the Ornn? Wait a second.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Varus doesn't want to walk up, okay? There's a Lee Sin, Fiora, and a LeBlanc. Varus
That's true. He's just going to die when he goes into range. Yeah. I mean, what I remember is that Lethality Varus was a counter pick against the Senna when Senna was strong.
Yeah.
It's really good against the way Senna wants to play. Because what's Senna going to do except try to press a Q to sustain?
Yeah. We had a bit of a dance off there with the hillbilly American style against the French classical style. Not sure who won the dance battle, but we'll leave it up to the viewers. In the meantime,
now we see that the junglers are starting on opposite side of the maps.
Yeah.
Which does make sense. because the Viego wants to play around his bot side, and Lee Sin would preferably play around his top side, because that's where both of these champions are going to be on strong.
Exactly. It's a little bit more like we.
Oh,
Oh, oh, oh!
they got the level 2 advantage, and the Wop is on 30% HP.
It's fine. They heal up. They have a very decent sustain.
Oh, it's
They're gonna be
actually
fine.
the Wop on Senna.
Yeah.
And Mini
think
on Born duty.
I think that's smart because the thing is always, do you want the AC player on the ADC champion or do you want the support player on the support champion? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I think I said that right. Because at the end of the day, you still have to ward around.
It's
You have
grasp.
to...
Oh my god. I think Senna is really low. He has to push the summoner spell, but Burger Flip is also getting suspiciously low.
That was actually not a bad trade.
Yes. I mean, let's be clear for the record. The Wop had to heal for this to be that great, and Burger Flipper still has his barrier.
Yeah.
So except the flashes, there are no combat summoner spells from the side of BLE, because the Ornn is carrying TP as he rightfully should. And now the Viego is bot side, level 4 having cleared all of his camps. And this is what we wanted to see. Well, the idea.
Exactly.
Oh, the leasing gets spotted.
I do
And
also
nothing will
want to
come of it.
note real quickly that I believe they swapped out the support in the jungle. Because Kebab Spinner is now playing sub, as he was playing jungle before, I believe. And they put 7 of war. Oh, we have a bit of a kill on the ball.
Oh, what?
Oh!
The Senna died!
Under tower as well, I believe. That's crazy.
Oh, you're right. Kebab Spinner is now the third jungler. You're right.
Yeah, sorry. I was focused on that for a bit. I was like, 7-1. I believe he didn't play last game, so they put the jungler down in support role, and new jungler comes in.
What a
Hence maybe the
multi-position.
Viego pick as well.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Of a style difference because of the players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's always smart to kind of mix it up a little bit to get maybe different mantle or whatever, right?
Yes, definitely.
It's a good plan.
Because losing the first game does put a strain on you. I know that when you lose the first game, you start to doubt yourself and how good you are. And if you win the first game, you're a lot more confident. And now look at, oh my god, Gloomy almost died. The Panson is here. He has flash. Both of them have flash. Going to be a chicken game, and nothing is going to happen.
I feel like I'm not sure if you win out if you trade flash for flash there.
Yeah, I don't think
who
so.
prefers that.
Oh,
Zeph's gonna
Zeph
look,
is trying.
actually.
And he's just scaring the Sandra. And the Wop is here, which is actually very good. Because you get the souls.
Yep, that's gonna be at least one.
I think
Maybe
it's going to be
2.
two.
2
Oh,
souls,
yes.
ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was worth the rotation. I mean, Mini
Oh,
wasn't
it
based
definitely
anywhere,
was.
right? So, oh! Okay, there appeared a minion appeared out of thin air because I swear that was gonna hit Lissandra. I swear that was gonna hit Lissandra, but nonetheless.
What I didn't touch on before was the CS lead that Troglo is building for himself right now.
Yeah.
Because even
This
though
is
the
a-
wave is pushing against the Gragas, it's still a small lead.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to continue.
Alright, we're gonna go in a quick replay here, see what happened, because Lycian was so close. He actually hits the Q on the side, and it, my days!
The minion!
The minion appeared. I don't know how. Don't know where.
It just appeared out of thin air!
I think it's the new spell where Lissandra gets to deploy minions that weren't quite there before.
Is it the same as her passive when champions die? She just summons
Yeah,
minions?
basically.
Oh my
Exactly
god.
like that.
We see that, oh my god, the Wop just lost 50% of his HP in one trade. This is the power of Poke Varus, ladies and gentlemen.
It truly is. I mean, he gets to heal up a bit, right? He has the refillables, he has some
And
Qs. It doesn't look that bad. So far, has only died when jungler showed up.
However,
Or mid lane, maybe.
be aware that Mini is keeping up in CS. They're not down.
I don't know how
I think
they did
he's
it.
ahead.
I think...
He's even.
Okay, he's even. Ladies and gentlemen, that
But the Wop
7
is
minutes were
on
dead even.
fire this game. I mean, he has to survive. Oh my god. I think they found someone. And the ultimate has been used by the Lissandra, but nothing will come out of it. Like, look,
Yeah.
it's a all-for-all trade.
Meanwhile, the
game
top
is
lane,
going
Timo
pretty-
actually looks to be a good trade. It's kind of even as yes again as well. So that was quite a big wave that he was actually able to catch. So it does even it out.
Oh, the
Meantime-
ultimate from Burger Flipper misses. Oh, but the Wop still takes so
Wait, he
much
used it?
damage. The other thing. Yes.
I didn't know.
The
Oh,
effect!
the snipe. The snipe from downtown. It's the cold-blooded sniper, burger flipper here. And they're gonna get
And
two.
mini dice as well. It's exactly what we wanted to see from the side of Lynx Dream. Except the death from Varus.
Except for the return kill, but that we'll take that as dessert.
But it's actually more than fine because he pushed the wave in, and you saw something really funny there. Because Shroklo was expecting Timo to body slam, which is why he pressed the riposte. But Timo actually read the mind game. It just auto-attacked him. Oh, Zeph is behind!
He's behind. He's
With
gonna
the kick,
kick.
and now he's overextended in the lane. The ultimate from the Fiora comes in, but oh my
no
god, the body
riposte.
slam and the ultimate.
Oh, the Q.
But the Q from the Listen was still there. But it's not going to be enough.
What a shame. So so far, Lynx is doing better at their strong siding than BLE are, which is
Most definitely.
didn't quite
Gragas
expect.
is ahead by 3 CS.
Exactly, that's not what we expected at all. But so far, it's not the end of the world, right? They scale quite well, BLE. So if they're a little bit down, not too much to worry. But they do want to kind of accelerate this LeBlanc Lee Sin in some sort of way.
You
So
do have to
after-
worry about BLE. Like, you really do. Because this Senna is sitting on Spoots of Swiftness and a refillable potion. Level
What about
5. And he's going to be in a world full of hurt when those arrows are going to come flying to it. And we saw what happened before. Just a reminder, this Varus missed his ultimate and he still died.
Yeah, but that was only with jungle help, so it doesn't really count, you know what I mean? Jungler was in a vicinity of 3,000 units, so it's technically a gank, and they had
Now,
the
this
pressure.
is something really cool. Because right now, what Lynx's Dreams is doing is they're stacking the bot wave. And when the next wave comes, they're going to crash it and look for a dive. And Trokla, I think, wants to go for the solo kill. But no, he flashes, he gets the Vital, but the body slam hits, and does he have to kill? No! He dies! Timo with the outplay!
That was
This
crazy.
is not what BLE wanted to do!
Where was the riposte? There was no riposte anymore.
Oh, and the Panson goes away! Oh, it's a disaster on every single front!
It's I'm not sure what BLE is gonna do to counteract this, but all they can
This
do
was
is sit and watch.
This was supposed to be the strong side, and I really like the confidence from Shroklo going in when he sees that he can probably finish off, but there was no riposte.
No riposte. That's quite unfortunate.
No, it is. In any case, this Varus is ahead, and while Zeph is trying to get the grubs, he now has 4 and gets out. Can't get any more than that. But they got what they
don't
wanted.
take it. Don't do it. Don't do
Oh
it,
my god!
Zeph.
Wait! He took the distortion back. They're fighting.
Hang
They're
on.
4v3. The Lee Sin goes in with the Q, and he just goes into the Vigo, gets the reset. I think that's going to be the start of the change. The Sandra goes in, the ultimate onto the and it was LeBlanc with W. And what a flash body slam from Timo! This is a disaster from the side for BLE, and Lynx Dream just cleans the fight up. What is happening? What a great counter attack from the side of Lynx Dream.
That was very well played. It was such a collapse here. They're on the grubbies here. They kind of have to give the space to the side of Lynx, but they actually want to regain it. And Lee Sin goes just a bit too deep.
Why?
I'm not sure. I think he was going for a kick flash, but Timo is right there on time with the body slam to cancel it, and then boom, another body slam flash. They're on point, and Shroklo tries to get the Lissandra on the backhand, but doesn't have enough damage on before here. And it's a cleanup. It's a cleanup for the side of Lynx. But we've been in this position before. 2 dragons over the Lynx. BLE has 4 of the grubbies. But this time around they're 3k gold behind. Steph's gonna look for something here, maybe. He's not gonna find anything. Yeah, and we have a problem now.
Do you remember what I said about
Uh-huh.
what would happen if BLE gets behind in the early game?
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. We're in for a rough
Right.
ride, ladies and gentlemen.
Because the Fiora didn't win, which she was supposed to do.
Yeah,
Now the Gragas is the one who was ahead.
exactly. Gragas is ahead. Lissandra is also ahead.
Oi,
Both solo laners are.
800 gold
Yeah, it's
in a
tough.
countermeasure. And Viego's also ahead by like 800 gold. It's like it's
Mhm.
advantages all around the board. Every single one is ahead.
So maybe it's time for Mini and the WAP to actually step up here and bring it all back. They do have the
What
nice
can they do?
vow, which is quite nice. They
Every-
still have
every
the
time-
skill so long.
Oh, they do. They're still very. They still have the ability to fight back.
Yeah,
But their solo laners are crippled in comparison to what they should be. I mean, not crippled. They have like 1 and 2 deaths respectively. But
exactly. Oh,
the Ornhorn misses,
oh lord.
and the 7W as well. It was a nice try onto the isolated AD carry, but nothing will come out of it.
We respect the try, but we're gonna go back to practice tool on that one. Nonetheless,
Oh my god.
meantime, so oh,
Oh,
they're
Bergaflip
actually
is
gonna
alone.
look still.
Kick flash and the Q. I think Bergaflip is going to die.
Does have
Look
the
what Lotus
barrier.
is safe. They're
Barry
going to
still
die.
up.
The flash he
Doesn't
misses.
use it.
And it's going to be fine.
And actually get the gold over to Mini, which is not too shabby, right? Bigger
Yeah,
tank.
the Ornn gets, but they were going to dive the top lane. Strockler is 50% health. I think his repose is now coming up, and they're going to go away. But Gloomy is
Oh.
there in the vicinity. I think they're going to redive.
Still gonna do it.
Because now the repose is
Repose
going to be
hits.
important. He hits it, but it's not going to be enough. It's just too much CC for the Fiora. And Gloomy tries to do something, but I don't think he can. Wait a second.
Oh my days, what's going
Nothing
on?
is going to be happening. Oh my god, Timo does so much damage. He hits the ultimate, but nothing is going to... Wait, what is that? No!
Timu the bomb, my god. And on the other side of the map, they get a tower for red side. But what was that? I think Gloomy went back to the distortion and flashed somewhere else and then got still hit by the body slam. I have no clue how that happened, but
What a
He's-
disaster.
you're gonna get another kill for Lynx here, which is it's a tragedy for BLE, but Lynx are in a very comfortable spot right now.
And I think their players are a lot more coordinated than they were last time.
For sure.
I don't know if it's like a change of environment because they now have a different jungler and K-pop Smina is now playing support. But this is a team that we really like to see. They're very controlled. They really know what they're doing and they're not afraid to fight.
hmm Exactly. They've regained their confidence and they don't seem like they want to stop just yet, so they're gonna keep that momentum rolling.
Wait, is this an
Gloomy.
assassination for Gloomy? No, it isn't.
So
Wait,
far, so good,
Flip
though, very
wasn't
clean.
flinching. Oh, Gloomy goes
Oh.
in. The heal comes out from K-pop Spinner. This was dangerous.
Understandable.
Yeah, I would have healed there too. But the nerve from Flip is just not press this barrier button.
I believe he's saving it for the last 2 fights, so it's all good. It's the double lift special. In the meantime, Mini is actually almost gonna finish second item here. He's actually doing quite well on this Ornn. He's very comfortable, but I
yeah.
think his teammates are a little bit less comfortable.
He's
As
doing
Gloomy
good. It's like the
still-
exact opposite than what we expected. I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
the Warp is still very struggling. He has a hammer, a ruby crystal, his support item, and a sword.
Uh-huh.
This is not inspiring a lot of confidence. The center is going to tickle at most.
No, that's very true, but at the end of the day, it is a support, right? They're gonna get the Black Cleaver in a little bit.
Oh my
and-
god, look at the damage the Gloomy just acquired. But
Oh, Zeph's gonna look
okay,
on the
Zeph is
Karma
going
here.
in,
Gonna
he
kick
kicks
in.
the Karma over, and he goes away. The Zeph's still trying to find something, and Burger Flipper is completely overextended. The flash Q from the Warp goes in, 741, kills the enemy mid laner, and he gets the possession, and he's not going to stop. What a messy fight from all ends. The E from the Orn hits, and there's going to be a fist fight. Zeph
Oh.
kills Viego. He gets a huge shot down,
Oh.
and the Q hits onto Panson.
Steph is going crazy, ladies and gentlemen. He's hitting every Q left, right. Like, he's got these blind monk senses, and he just knows where people are. He just follows them, tracks them, and he's the better sniper in this time around. So they actually get a nice pick off here at the start on the Karma, but Gloomy gets punished for that. But where is Burger Flipper? How did he get there? How is he in the enemy lines? He's undercover, and then Panson tries to flash forward, trying to get the WAP, doesn't quite get him, doesn't have the damage. Kites out very well, Mini's constantly hitting here. And then Zeph kind of wins the 1v1 against Viego, and this Q! Magic. Absolute magic.
So much magic that the screen went out. Zeph
And,
is...
Yeah, he gets the dragon as well.
Wow. Zeph really putting his team on his back right now.
For sure, for sure.
Just remember,
Yeah.
the two
Yes,
solo laners are 0, 3, and 0.
Don't worry about it. They're still confident in what they can do, right? We still see Gloomy trying to look for plays, helping out. And Zeph is redeeming himself as well with a couple of these plays where the first time around he dashed in, got instant shut down. But he's still trying, he's still looking. I mean, we've been in this position before where Billy
depends.
gets the third dragon, right?
Does he have enough damage for an assassination?
Oh,
Oh my god, the ultimate
he-
isn't out yet. But
Does
it's
not
like
quite have,
40% health.
It's decent. It's a nice trade-off.
I think they're looking for a dive. There are 3 people here, and the tower is almost going to fall.
Yep. Gloomy
The
trying to get
ultimate
away.
comes in, and it's just the W. He doesn't even need the ultimate. Gloomy dies under his turret that falls after his death.
In the
And
meantime,
Kevashman actually gets the kill.
yeah.
Oh.
Viego didn't even get
Is
the
that
touch him.
behind enemy lines?
It's more like Tim who's behind enemy lines, but
Oh, he's definitely. He gets the E out, but it's not going to help. Oh, the blast on denial, and he hits literally every single Q today.
very
Wow.
nice, very nice. Gets the shut
He
down.
also
so
got the
it's gonna get even
shutdown.
more. Yeah.
But I don't think it's worth.
Ooh,
Look at what Lynx Dream is achieving on the other side. They got a tier 2 turret.
that's very big. All in all, they're trading off left and right. I believe Shoklo got the top tower on this push as well. I'm not 100% sure.
You
And
may say
then-
anything about these side lanes, but they're doing something. Oh,
For sure.
Mini
Oh,
is
Mini, where-
falling.
oh! Whoa!
It looked cool,
He's-
but it. Oh my god! Burger Flipper was assassinated by the
Oh, the
LeBlanc.
big flash!
Tablesman was kicked by the Lee Sin. It's a disaster from the side of Lynx Dream as 2 of their bot laners are going to die after Team who also was caught behind enemy lines. And VLE is somehow back into it.
And we see Burger Flipper once again. He's in unknown territory. We
He's
pan over
flipping
the
some
camera.
burgers.
For sure, he's flipping some burgers, and the barrier's still up, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to remember one. The barrier.
He has flash
is
and barrier
movable.
too. But I don't think even if he flashes, he gets out of it. I mean, it really looked goofy at the beginning. But I think Timo wants to do something. He has the ultimate, he has the body slam, and they're here.
3 people
Now,
up.
keep calm. They still have almost every cooldown, and BLE cannot continue doing the Barret. The threat from the combined damage from the Gragas engage, the Lissandra follow-up, and
Yep.
oh my god.
We're gonna see a
Yes.
replay here. Burger Flipper in melee range of Mini here. Mini's gonna go the banana combo. It's actually the cryometry. He's going left, right, left. And then he's in no one's land. Gloomy goes over for the rotation. And it's like you said, he's 0-4, but he's still here, right? Still here to kill Burger Flipper again. Which is what we have to appreciate about team play. Regardless of how much you're down, you're still here for your team.
This Fiora is just pushing sideways. She's not going to be... She's not relenting. Whenever I see this champion, she's on a side lane pushing something.
Yeah. And
Which
that's-
is exactly her job description, yes.
Right, exactly. So I feel like even though the side lanes, the solo lanes didn't do that well early game, in the mid game they're still fulfilling their role. They're still Gloomy's
he
moving
moves
around the
behind them.
map, trying to help. Oh,
But this is not where he wants to be.
gets kicked.
Zeph kicks the Gragas away, but he still lives. He's so tanky, even though he goes full tank. And the Horn hits onto 3 people. The ultimate from Lissandra hits onto the Sin, and he dies. This is the most important player on the team. And 7-4-1 is just rampaging through them.
Oh no.
We are caster cursing BLE.
Oh no.
And now
This
they
is
are the
not-
ones who have the opportunity to go on to the Baron.
And Fiora's gonna go back to split pushing, as we know. Gloomy's gonna try and do the same thing to kind of deny a little bit of the advantage they're gaining by getting this Baron. And I want to say the team
I
fight.
think
It
Gloomy
wasn't
wants assassination.
team
Chaos
fight.
Spinner's a little bit
Ooh, that's
out
good
of
damage.
position, but it's fine. I
That's
think
good
Gloomy
damage.
wants to poke.
Yep.
He can't stop this.
Does have the ultimate up. Gonna
The
look
chain misses.
carefully.
I think he maybe wants to find Kebab Spinner at least. But I think Gloomy's try is going to be unfruitful.
The WAP is now
The
here as
TP
well.
comes
TP
from-
coming in.
I think they want the fight. Oh my god, he gets ultimate Alessandra and Gloomy just instantly evaporates. But Zeph is here and he gets the enemy carry. He kicks Panson away, but I don't think it's going to be working out just fine. Zeph is very low speed, but Chaos Spinner is going to die. The WAP is here to fight, but 749 has also arrived and he almost gets the center, but he is able to. That gets away. Gragas ultimate literally saving her.
Still
Mini is still
alive.
engaging. The WAP is still going. He's fighting. He doesn't deserve, but Zep hits the Q onto the Diego. But he maybe miscalculated the fight as he almost died. Timo's still being chased by the center, and the chase continues. This is a
Oh.
base, but this is not going to be good. Mini hits the ultimate onto the Gragas, and he almost hits the Diego, even though he didn't hit it. The ultimate is going nowhere. As BLE somehow made this fight happen.
It's so crazy. They actually get the
It's a
opponent.
bloodbath.
It's a bluff buff for sure. They get the opponent off the back of. There's more fighting.
Q3, he's ultimate, but Benson gets away. But no, he doesn't. Shockler is there. They all... Oh, the Zonias! He tries to get
Power.
the turret to get away, but Benson's still alive! He's ultimate! The turret! And Gloomy killed Burger Flipper!
It's crazy. How many times am I gonna see Burger Flipper somewhere alone? And how many times is there gonna be fighting all over the place? I don't know what's going on anymore, but I think PLE is coming out ahead. No, they're still 3k down. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Why are
They're
they...
still 3k down, but they get another Ocean Drake. So maybe this is their moment. They're kind of relaxing because Ornn is scaling. They're gonna get all these advanced items in the next couple levels. So maybe this is their comfort spot. Who knows? Is it all a mental diff at the end? Who knows? We'll see.
What an incredible game we have on our hands. It may be messy, but it is entertaining. 30 kills in 25 minutes, with the last couple of minutes being pure mayhem.
And nobody's gaining any quite clear advantages really, because Baron
Can
is
we
going
maybe
one
look
way,
at the
but
goals
kills
right
are going
now?
the other way, and I don't know. And
I
Timu
want to
can't-
keep tension
Yeah.
that the mid lane tier 2 from the side of BLE is almost dead, but the Lynx stream tier 3 is actually also almost dead. And it's three people on the side of BLE trying to defend the third that is almost certainly going to die. Where Gloomy is trying to come back, but if you look at the minimap, he's not going to. Fiora is still pushing on the side lane. If they don't stop him, it's going to be bad. The Gragas is recalling right now, and the Lissandra is trying something.
cancelled.
But I think she recalled in a weird place. She hits the ultimate, but I think it's her death sentence. Because she's going to commit die. No, what are you doing? Oh, the Zeph hits the Q onto Kebab Spinner, and he kicks the Karma back. The next support is going to die, and Zeph is still on the offense. He takes the Q back, he flashes onto Burger Flipper, and he hits the next kill. Somehow
Take it again.
those kills. I mean, he dies for it, but it looked cool, and Burger Flipper is almost certainly going to die. But 741 is on the offense. He doesn't have his ultimate, he doesn't have a reset, and he's between three people. He and Burger Flipper die. And at the end of it all, it's BLE who comes out on top.
Yeah, this time around we have a clear victor of where the momentum is kind of shifting right now. And it's mostly or almost all thanks to the sort of collaboration between Zeph, the WAP, Mini. They're going left, right, left, and Shorklo is applying so much pressure on the side lane. So Timu, one of their strongest, I would say strongest member, like he's performing quite well, has to go back and has to defend. And that's the exact angle where BLE go, okay, let's engage. They're disengaged kind of doodle right now. Let's just go in, go ham. Mini pops the ultimate. Zeph goes for some. He just keeps hitting everything that he wants. And the kick flashes are clean. Or not even kick flashes, the insects are clean.
But it all started with Pants getting caught on mid lane.
Yeah, he tried to back, like in their faces, because he had the Baron recall, right, empowered. It wasn't quick enough, and then Lynx
Got
are looking
punished
around.
for
Are we
it.
gonna save this? Are we gonna make this work? Are we gonna say like a toxic relationship? I gotta cut this off. It's done. It's over.
I still want to say that BLE is up by 300 points, which is not a lot, but we see them outscaling somehow, which shouldn't
think-
happen. Like,
yeah.
I don't think they're outscaling in particular, but they're just fighting a lot better.
Exactly. And we gotta keep in mind, it's a lethality virus. Sandra, don't know how well she skills, but it doesn't feel too great.
Oh,
LeBlanc
yeah.
is coming back. Like, I think we went from 0-4 to now 4-5.
Oh my,
That's what we want to
yes.
see.
That's impressive.
That's great.
I mean,
And
you do have to say that usually when you see players and they have like this really impressive scoreline, they look really good. But it's hard to be behind and then still do those kinds of plays and get back into the game. It's a very different skill set you need to come back, to crawl your way to victory. But
Yeah.
it's something we're seeing right in front of our eyes. This LeBlanc is supposed to be useless. She is anything but.
exactly. Exactly that. And Minnie's gonna start upgrading Steam's items now as well. The Black Cleaver is already upgraded on the WAP, and more upgrades are gonna come through in the next couple levels. But it's slow, right? It has to share a lot of XP, because as a non-top lane Ornn, you're gonna not get that much solo XP this time around. Just to get a couple
Oh, this
spots.
1-3-1. LeBlanc is pushing. Oh my god, I think Lynx Stream is trying to find an engage onto the free on the mid lane. Mini has the ultimate, and he hits it onto two people. I think he's so tanky, even though he's just a bot. And Zeph hits the Q, even though it gets absorbed. And Diego is trying to find a way into the backline. Here's Gloomy, and he finds absolutely nothing but 7-4-1. He's going completely insane. Zeph finds a kill back, but it's not going to be enough. And somehow Lynx Stream is still back on the board for triple kill from 7-4-1.
And this is so well played. Actually, 4 people look for a play on mid lane, which was well, only 3 people. And I'm not sure who was in the bot lane. I'm gonna say it was Gloomy, and
Yes,
had
it was.
to rotate over. It wasn't quite fast enough, so they get Mini quite low. And they're actually, let's look at the replay. Mini gets quite low here. Gloomy has to walk over. Is a little bit later. He's already half HP in the WAP. Boom, gets one shot
Nice.
almost by Burger Flipper's arrow there. And then on the back end, they're trying to get the Lissandra, but it's not quite enough. And there's just
Shockrow just took their inhibitor in their faces, but Linkstream is trying to take the Baron. Oh my god, they're going
Hang
for the
on.
end. The TP from Gloomy and the TP from Timo. He's trying to make something happen. It's a base
Double T.
defense, and the Baron, I think, is going to be caught, and they only lose a single turret and an inhibitor.
I think that's quite a okay trade.
It's worth. It's fine. It's more than fine.
But it's you get, I believe it was 2 TPs, maybe 3, because Fiora was down in bot lane a bit earlier than expected, so I think TP'd as well. So 3 TPs for a Baron. It's okay, because regardless of whatever is happening right now,
Oh,
they
they're
need
pushing
to
mid.
defend this mid lane. Yeah.
I think
Which
they're
is
trying
fine.
to end it. They're going through the front door.
Oh.
Oh,
This
Timo is
is what.
basing.
Okay.
Okay,
He's gonna get away.
they're a 5-man unit. If any one of them gets caught, the game ends.
Yeah.
And
This
their inhibitor is probably going to fall. Because
Oh, they're playing it
oh,
slow.
Gloomy tries to poke something. But you see, his damage alone with his Q isn't enough. He has to find more than that. He W's in front, but obviously it's a bot.
Yeah.
He's just going to distort back.
Yeah. Well, this is where I'm a bit confused. I thought Timo was gonna stay with the team, trying to get the inhibitor, like you said, but they're actually gonna play it a bit safer or slower, I suppose. I thought
have a
this is
top
what
lane
Lynx
wave, I
wants to
guess.
do, right? Yeah, they have
Yes.
a top lane wave. That's fair. They have a tier 2 up there. They can definitely get, which is a bit more.
I mean, they do know what happens if they overextend.
True.
So
but
this is very good.
I feel like they still want a team fight, right? They still want to
Oh,
look for these
definitely.
5v5s, and they're kind of splitting up on purpose right now.
BLE's comp is not a team fight comp in a traditional sense. The only way why they won the last couple of fights because they were so messy. In a traditional front to back, I don't think the Lynx team really loses because the Viego actually found access to the backline so many times. Gloomy goes
Yeah.
for the poke. He gets the Edge of Night shield off from the Varus, which is very important. But those arrows, they really start to hurt. And Zeph is trying to hit the perfect Q.
And
He
it's
knows
like,
if he can find a priority target with a flash kick, it's going to be done. But the inhibitor turret in top lane is going to fall, and Link Stream is targeting the inhibitor. Gloomy is still trying to find some poke, and they're going to go away. Yes, this is the correct play. They got the inhibitor, they got what they wanted for, and Timu is still pushing onto the bot lane.
yeah, and they're playing it quite slow, right? They're playing it slow and reserved. They're trying to get what they can get without having the hard force of
And the
fight.
outer ring. Timo? Is Timo maybe in trouble? And Gloomy and Shockler are both here. And Timo, all 4 Vitals are going to be procced. And I think Timo died. No, he flashed.
Flash.
Body slams out. But and they got the mid lane inhibitor.
Well,
However, but the flash from the Gragas is now missing, which is a very vital tool in their toolbox.
yeah, for sure. When they want to look for engages, this flash is very important. Even though Timu hasn't been really present in a lot of, or trying to be present in a bunch of the later team fights, right? He's kind of more answering side lanes against Rocklo here on the Fiora, which is understandable, but it's a bit rough because you lose a lot of that value from the disengage and the engage from the Gragas champion. And yeah, Gloomy actually tries to kills the Timu here on the side, but they lose a mid nip for it, which doesn't quite seem worth the risk, but who knows.
Especially because the Baron is respawning in 223 and the prospect of an Ocean Soul is coming up. But this is a window. They have a slight advantage because there is one cooldown missing. Just
Yes.
one.
There's one cooldown missing, and it's the flash on Timu, and that's what they can perhaps play around, but you can see it's not so chaotic anymore. Lynx have kind of found their footing a bit more, and they...
Oh. I think they're trying to go into Panzen. And the Ornhorn goes out. The ultimate from Panzen is very beautiful. And 741 hits the front line. But the ultimate comes a double TP. We have a TP from Gloomy and Shroglo. And Gloomy is almost certainly going to die. What a great ultimate from Timo. But it's going to be bad. 741 is here. He hits it, but Shroglo gets away. It's a 1-0 for the side of Link Stream, but it may be enough. Burger Flipper is so far up, he gets rooted, but it's going to matter.
Yeah, and this
They're missing the
doesn't look
Ornhorn.
good.
I don't think they can defend. It's 5 against 4. And Link Stream is trying to approach the fight. This is going to be bad if they don't do anything right. But Link Stream is looking fine. They found an angle to engage, and they have the inhibitor, and they're going back. Ensign goes in, he hits, he finds the center in the back line. What a beautiful flash engage from Timu. And something can tell me that this game is wrong.
And actually, they were gonna survive. Lynx was gonna walk away and Billy was gonna survive, but they actually walk up a bit too far and Panzer says, no, you don't.
They will not be silenced by the split defeat. And I will take the draw in a 1-1 fight match against BLE. This was not what I was expecting at all.
What a series. There was so much momentum shift throughout the whole match. Like, it went towards Billy's favor, then Link's favor. Tim was playing around so well, then Seth was playing around these fights so well. And then at the end, Link said, okay, guys, we gotta focus up, okay? Focus up, we can actually win this. And then they did it. They put all their thumbs together and they figured it out.
My God, this was breathtaking.
It literally, yeah. that was so well played. I mean, let's talk about MVPs here, right? We watched the first series, but let's do second series first, just because it's fresh in our mind.
I have no idea. I mean, they all played that good. I mean, I don't think I would give it to Burger Flipper. I mean, he played well, but he got caught way too much.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be 7-1 Timu or Timu. I think. I mean, you look at what this Viego did. I mean, the final engage from the side, from the mid laner was very clean. Lissandra
Mhm.
just ending the game on the snap of a finger.
Mhm.
But 7-1, his substitution, and he comes in, he gets the Viego, and he pops off.
Yep. I think, to be honest, I'm gonna have to give it to Timu because
I can agree. He
he
played so
is
well.
maybe his influence disappeared a little bit into the mid game, but in the early game he did so well in the gating and actually gaining advantages over what was supposed to be like his counter matchup kind of thing. And then in the mid game, it's understandable that he has to start matching his Fiora a lot more, right? Because even if the Fiora is 0-4, can still take down a tower very well. So he kind of dissipated from team fights back then, and that's kind of where you see 7-1 kind of take over with the Varus a bit more, with the gaining picks, etc. But nonetheless, it's still Timu. There were
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
plays
And
where
he also
in
fought
the early
very
game,
well.
yeah, exactly.
Body slam flashes all around, very clean looking. His ultimates almost always hit.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
And I
can
think,
agree. Yeah, I can
yeah,
agree with that. I
right.
think, yeah, Timu.
I
He
think it
looked
was
so
very
good.
important that they shut down the Fiora kind of early to make sure that wasn't really a win condition
And they did it all on
necessarily.
his own.
Exactly, and it is also, and for that I give him MVP at least for second game. What about first game though?
Oh, it's hard.
It's hard.
I
I
really want to give it to Mini, to be honest.
I like that as well. I might consider Gloomy as well.
Yeah,
I
that's
might.
true.
I might.
He played really good on his Akali, always finding the backline and
Mhm.
somehow surviving every single gank that was thrown into his face.
Uh, that was a bit harder actually. That was a bit harder.
Yeah. But again, it was a very exciting back and forth series. I mean, the last game especially. And a Lynx Dream fully deserved to be 1-1 in this matchup. They fought
Mhm.
well back. They clawed their way really back into victory. And wow,
For
how
sure.
exciting.
To be fair, I would have given it to Beely as well. To be quite honest, they did so well on the mid game. They just kind of, I'm not sure, they weren't able to find any chaos anymore. And then you just realize, wait, our side lanes aren't just that strong. And how much can Lee Sin do in the late game, right? Because the Viego
Yes.
does, I feel like, does scale a bit better. It's just more like easier to execute. Because at some point, kick flashes aren't gonna do it anymore. So on that stage, it's understandable that they don't quite finish it out.
Yeah.
Plus
It
the
was quite a
shields,
long
the
game.
karma shields. Yeah, it was a
Yes.
long game. The karma shields were quite massive as well. Nobody had the anti-shield item, unfortunately. Could have been maybe good on the WAP. Who knows? But yeah.
I mean, who? Yeah, that's true. I mean, he went towards the Black Cleaver and Rapid Fire Cannon, which was understandable because of the way he was set behind in the early game. The Black
Mhm.
Cleaver was, in my opinion, a nice buy from behind. But yeah, those shields were just so annoying.
Yeah, for sure. Especially late game, where you're like,
Mm.
maybe you don't necessarily want more souls, but you just want some.
especially, especially if you have so much burst on the side of the Lee Sin LeBlanc. Those shields just eat up so much. They're so
True,
much effective health.
true. Didn't even go to shield build. Who knows? It was. I was gonna say it was semi-supportive, semi-AP. It was a lot of less R cooldowns and some speed here and there, which is also nice. Regardless, let's have some closing thoughts here. Let's round it up a little bit. I think both teams played very well. They've showcased what they were capable of, and I appreciate that. I always appreciate a good fight.
Oh yes, definitely. We saw from BLE how talented the players are. They're really good at fighting and knowing how to team fight, knowing where the enemy carry is and targeting them. But on Link stream side, they're so resilient.
Hmm.
They were so down. They even lost their. They got beaten in a. They had a really good early game, and they got beaten down in the mid game. And with the loss from the first game, and then falling behind after being such a big lead, they still held on.
Yep.
And
exactly.
then he took the game.
And it's like you said, a lot of it was due to Yasa, or 7-for-1 kind of accelerating in that mid game, which has helped a lot as well. All right. I wanna, unless you wanna say something, you got
No, go
final
ahead.
thought?
Go ahead.
Okay, I will say I want to thank everyone for watching. I
Thank
believe
you.
quite some people tuned in. We have some more games upcoming tomorrow, I believe. Around, I'm gonna peek real quick. Around 8 o'clock, right? Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, we're gonna kick it off with Black Flag Sailors against Donkeys from Shark.
Oh, that's going
So
to be fun.
that's definitely that's gonna be fun for sure. So definitely tune in for that. And yeah, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see each other the next time.
Bye, chat.
Bye.